the following presentation of the National Football League. One pride, it's time. Please welcome Dan Campbell and your defending NFC North champion, Detroit Lions.
Set now to wrap up a busy week of football. Happy to have you with us. And, folks, we are underway on Monday Night Primetime. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
And there's no doubt about the talent that we see from C.J. Stroud. We've watched it develop in his first 2 years in the league. But the best way quarterbacks are graded is winning. He's out there trying to win his third division championship in as many years.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9. They'll send Kirk in motion right. 2nd down, here's Chubb again. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That good for 22 and a first down.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. A shotgun snap to Stroud. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That's some good running from Stroud, and he gets them the first down.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback, and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a first down.
Left side here to Bryant. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
8 yards on the pickup.
That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings.
Of course, that flag accepted, and it backs the ball up 5 yards.
Still third down.
Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start.
He ran it last time. Now Stroud will throw it.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. They'll spot it at the 30, so this is a 40-yard attempt. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And it's now 3-0 Texans. Even though they didn't find the end zone, they have to be pretty pleased with how they moved the ball on the ground because we know that that was one of their big goals in this game.
And that really goes through the entire offense because when you're running the ball effectively, just about everyone's involved. It's not just the guy carrying the football. It's everyone blocking for him, both inside and on the perimeter.
Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They're led onto the field by the former Cal Bear and the #1 overall pick in 2016, Jared Goff.
And it wasn't that long ago that there were a lot of conversations about whether Jared Goff was truly going to be a frontline starter in the NFL, and he has proven all of those critics wrong. He's taken his game up big notches in the last few years. Now what he needs to do, sustain that success in the regular season come playoff time.
And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Here's Goff.
He gets this out wide to Gibbs.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
That's good for the Lions. First down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
That turns into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff.
He's got right on the short throw.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Detroit Lions. First
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
Azeez Al-Shaair in to make the stop.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
2nd and 10.
Goff. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
Finds Gibbs on the check down.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
On third down, here's Gibbs.
20. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs, 46 yards. And the Lions have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead.
We see this a lot on third and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
The extra point forthcoming. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3.
Texans 3.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he stopped immediately there. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Stroud to throw it.
Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 12 more yards there and another first down.
A gain of 12. First down, Houston.
Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off. Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up third down.
The defense, they brought the house. That O-line, they were overwhelmed.
To put it mildly, because they didn't have enough bodies to block all the guys that came at them. Their best move, how they would have been better served, just turn around and yell, "Look out!" because here they come.
A tough spot here. 3rd and 15. Stroud.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Well, when I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive.
And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. After the interception, here's Goff.
That's caught. It's Sam Laporta.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
St. Brown motioning left.
Goff now looking to throw.
They'll find Williams on the slant.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Counter play. Here's Gibbs.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
Jahmyr Gibbs
with his second touchdown in this opening quarter.
And the Lions are able to add on to that lead. So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here in this first quarter, and he's got both of them.
But he's certainly setting himself up for a big game here, and I think if the play caller doesn't get in his own way, they should keep riding him the entire way of this game. Until the defense proves they can stop him, that's what I would call.
Point after try forthcoming. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Scoring summary, 3-play drive.
And it was all capped off by a touchdown run from Jahmyr Gibbs.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And able to get this out to the 25.
Out comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
They begin this drive with Chubb. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Chubb on the counter. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Ball start, offense.
That flag, that'll push him back 5.
Still third down.
After the false start, sets up a 3rd and 9.
Now Stroud. He'll let this go deep for Collins.
And he's got it inside the 10. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Oh, my goodness. I'll tell you what. 3rd down. All you're thinking is, what can we do to keep this drive going to get enough yardage to move the sticks? You're certainly not thinking about taking this one almost the length of the field, but that's exactly what happens here. What a play, and what a change of fortunes.
They'll run with Chubb, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
Now a run. Here's the rookie from USC.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
I think it might be time to move to a different section of the playbook there, because back-to-back runs, both for loss. Now they have 3rd and long coming up.
3rd and goal, Stroud.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Dalton Schultz, a 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Texans are back within a score.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. That time a 6-play drive.
And it was the tight end Dalton Schultz on the touchdown reception to cap the drive.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10.
At the 31-yard line.
First carry now for David Montgomery.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 31-yard line.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Goff now to throw. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Goff. And that will be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit.
Fielded at the 20. Calling a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10.
The football going back over now to the Houston Texans. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains.
And maybe that touchdown on the previous drive has re-energized this offense a little bit. They've been kind of sluggish until then, but they're showing signs of life here. And they get good yardage that time and a 1st down.
They'll run on 1st down. Marks. And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
I really like what he did there because he took his practice work and converted it to game action because he used his hands, got off the block, worked laterally and stayed to the outside, and finished off the runner for a loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Here's Stroud.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
He's got it to Collins, complete.
He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
There's another example where defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away.
Yeah, there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field.
And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
From the end zone, Goff. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. Trying to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards, 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
So many things have to go right for any passing play to work out. Quarterback has to understand the defense, deliver an accurate ball. Receiver has to concentrate and bring it in. Somewhere along the assembly line, something was off with that one.
Now gone. Goes out left. It's caught by Williams.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Here's Goff. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a 1st down.
Going back to Gibbs on 1st down.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. Know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
In motion, the tight end. To throw is gone.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
We've already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the 1st half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is, because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
Now Goff.
Throw over the middle, he finds Williams. And he's going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's another Detroit Lions 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
St. Brown in motion right.
Now it's gone. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Wow. Roughing the passer. Defense.
Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
They find some open field here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
88 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this 1st half.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance, they're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play. They're holding to no gain.
And he's going to be close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 18-yard line.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's another Detroit Lions
know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line.
Gibbs straight ahead.
And he takes this one in for the Lions touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Lions go 98 yards and finish it off in the end zone.
So his big first half continues. His 3rd touchdown already. We'll have to keep watch as this game goes along, how much they want to continue to ride him, because he could be on his way to a record-setting performance.
Point after here coming up. It's good, and it's 21-10. So that drive, 12 plays in length.
And it was all capped off by a touchdown run from Jahmyr Gibbs.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Texans offense and Nico Collins heading onto the field. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in this first half, it has resulted in a big play, as borne out by the numbers.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Stroud looking to throw.
Eluding the pressure right. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down.
19 yards. 1st down, Texans.
They were backed up behind the sticks, but he still found a way to make that 1st down happen. That's the kind of fight every coach hopes his franchise quarterback has in him. Look a tough situation like that in the eye and come up with a solution on the spot.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw.
Now he'll step up and run it. And Stroud wisely slides down safely after picking up the 1st down.
No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a 1st.
No shortage of impressive moments from him thus far. Now he's halfway to the century mark, and we're still in the 1st half. There's been no answer for his running ability so far by the defense. I can't wait to see what adjustments they'll have to make during the halftime break.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turn around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that,
that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
Throwing now is Stroud. That is caught. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
9-yard line.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw. And they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Stroud out of the gun here. And one more time, here's Kirk.
The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Second and goal from inside the 5.
And Stroud now to throw.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The line of scrimmage is the 2 here on 3rd and goal.
The throwing again is Stroud.
Touchdown, Texans. Christian Kirk from a yard out.
And the Texans have got it back to within a score. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now 21-17.
Texans 17.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Lions offense and Jahmyr Gibbs headed back onto the field. And he's been a tough man to stop in this first half. He's putting up some big numbers already, and we have yet to reach halftime. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
And they'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. A toss out right to Gibbs.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
122 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues.
Any team that runs the toss and runs it successfully, that means they win the battle on the edges. That means you seal the edge in order to let your back get to the corner. They got it done there for a very nice game.
Goff. It's complete to Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
That's another Detroit Lions first down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 43-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's 2nd and 3.
Gone.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
3rd down and 3
He did an
yards
okay
to go.
job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
On 4th down, Goff. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you pumped the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
He finds his target. It's Schultz. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
At their 48-yard line.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Stroud to throw it.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
First down, Texans.
Stroud.
Open man, that's Jaden Higgins. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch.
So not the greatest of first halves for him, but a little ray of light here at the end. The late turnover becomes 3 points before the break.
Well, they certainly needed something positive to go their way. Maybe 3 points doesn't seem like a huge deal in the grand scheme of things, but at least it's something to build on as they head into the half.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The final shot before break here. Goff. Open man, that's too small. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Halftime here on Monday Night Primetime. It is off to Orlando we go. Here is Scott Hansen with our halftime report. Scott.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome into the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you on an abridged halftime report. Good competitive first half. This game kind of has a punch-counter-punch feel to it, as reflected on the scoreboard. Tight game going into the second half. Can either team pull away? To find out, let's go back to the stadium and our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, great work as always. We'll see what the second half brings here. These two defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads at intermission. These offenses, they have had their way so far.
It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And the Lions getting set to go on offense to start the third. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Goff in this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10.
At their own 25-yard line.
They'll start things off with a give to Gibbs.
And they work this well upfield across the 45.
144 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles, gain some additional yardage.
They'll fake the give. Now Goff.
A little short pass here taken in by Laporta.
And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 4. Straight ahead with Gibbs here.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Here's Goff.
Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
And there, even if you've got to take something off that throw so that he slows down to catch it, that's far more preferable than what happened there. A big miss on what should have been a touchdown.
Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. Well, remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
From the gun, Gibbs will get it.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Goff going to keep it himself. And he's going to have a Lions first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
They pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with it back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talk about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it. As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Play action. It's Goff.
He gets this out wide to Gibbs.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
Now back to the ground. Here's Gibbs. And the Lions are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And the Lions first down. 1st and goal.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. They'll run with Montgomery. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. Third down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Goff now looks to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it. And the Texans are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
Their defense did its job, forcing the takeaway there to start the half, and now can the offense follow suit?
And you'd better believe that one side of the ball feeds off the work of the other, so they'll want to come out, establish some rhythm, and go down and take the lead.
Looking to put a drive together. He'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 55 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
And the Texans first down.
The way the game has changed a little bit is that defensive goals have changed in a big way. Nowadays, it's not so much stopping certain yardage or whatever, but it's not giving up big, explosive plays. Anything over 10 yards, you're trying to hold teams below that. When they get one against you, as we just saw there, boy, that really hurts them. It puts them back on their heels a little bit and makes them a little bit less confident. Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Stroud. Well, a tough throw there across his body. It's incomplete.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way, so he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it, just move on to the next play.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Stroud working out of the gun.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. On 3rd and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Stroud will look to throw once more. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Up the middle, it's Chubb. And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a first at the Lions' 19-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
They've been running it well all game, and why not? The big guys up front, they're just having a ball, creating monster holes for their guys to run through.
And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag.
So that flag will set him back 5 yards.
Still 3rd down.
Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start.
Now Stroud.
And that is incomplete.
So much of this game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
Kaimi Fairbairn now to attempt the Texan field goal. And this one a 41-yard attempt. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they have regained the lead.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And Detroit back in possession of the football. And a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly. But here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they'd better take advantage of it, because otherwise, if they end up losing by one score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. Now he's loose again. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs, 75 yards. And the Lions have retaken a third-quarter lead.
I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. And one play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 5. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return.
Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10.
Stroud sets up the play action. He's got his man, Schultz, coming across the formation.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it's 2nd down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
And trouble trying to middle here. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
3 on the play. 1st down, Texans.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done. and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were.
On the bootleg, Stroud.
Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Bates. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down.
From the 44-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8.
They go up the middle with Chubb. And he's going to burn his way forward to the 48. The completion on 1st didn't get much, and now the run on 2nd doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
Stroud looking to throw.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I certainly like the idea. You're down on their side of the field. Get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he can pull it down in the end zone, but the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
The Texans send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines.
The Lions offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And you have to imagine this defense saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the 3rd quarter.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. A big play there for Detroit. 58 yards.
Pretty good timing. He waited just enough for that post play to develop and laid it right in there.
And you know what a lot of teams do when they decide to throw a post route? Because it's a little bit longer developing play. They max protect. Bring everyone in, keep the tight end in, an extra back to make sure the quarterback has time to deliver the football.
And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on 1st and goal.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Now a play fake, and it's gone.
A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
Boy, that was lockdown coverage there. He's scanning for someone to come open. But that was great work to blanket everyone. And in the end, he's just got to throw it away.
A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Setting up the screen, this is Gibbs.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. So with a 4th and goal looming, we hit the end of 3 quarters of play. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4. Here we go, a big play and a tight game late. They're going on 4th and goal. In motion goes the tight end. Here we go on 4th. Goff. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs from 3 yards out. And the Lions will add to their 4th quarter lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays.
And Jahmyr Gibbs finished it all off with a touchdown grab.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Texans offense and C.J. Stroud getting ready for this next drive. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other. Stroud is hit and the ball is loose.
Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This will be 3rd and 15.
And that is incomplete. Boy, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down.
Oh, this defense knows. 4th quarter, they need to make a play. That one was ripe for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up incomplete.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Lions will take over.
Jahmyr Gibbs and the rest of the offense headed back out.
I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home, because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
Now he's into the clear again.
And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. A big play there for Detroit. 45 yards on the ground.
And that carry is going to be the one to do it. He will surpass Adrian Peterson's single-game mark of 296 yards, set back in 2007. So congratulations certainly go out to him on one of the best individual performances in NFL history. St. Brown motioning left. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and here's Gibbs.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
And they'll send Williams in motion right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Lions have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. So an important touchdown right there is now they're really beginning to pull away.
Yeah, this was a tight game until not too long ago. But since then, they've hit the accelerator. And they pushed the lead up to 3 scores here in the 4th quarter. And I don't see them looking back.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And that one makes this a 19-point game. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Texans offense set to regain possession. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. Now, defensively, with this lead in the 4th quarter, I guess you can allow a run of that magnitude.
You're right about that, but really the focus has got to be don't fall in love with the idea that you're getting big runs now. You're right. They're actually being allowed. They've got to think really hard about getting some chunk plays through the air, too.
Will go down as a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And Stroud now to throw. And one more time, here's Kirk.
It's a gain of a yard. It's 3rd down.
Here's 3rd and 3. Throwing now is Stroud.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad. Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
This is caught inside the 15. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. A shotgun snap to Stroud. Looking middle, and that's complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Number 81, Jaden Higgins. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 1-yard line.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here.
Handoff comes to Chubb. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Nick Chubb taking it in from a yard out.
And the Texans have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12.
Texans 30.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And able to get this out to the 25. Jamison Williams and the Lions get set for this next possession.
He's been a load for them to handle defensively, I know that much.
Well, look at him. He's got 7 catches on the game, and he's starting to shred them a little bit because not only is he catching them, he's picking up good yardage, keeping the chains moving, ball control, you name it. This big guy, what did you say? He's been a load for them to handle?
That's right.
Agreed.
This has 7 catches, as you said, over 100 yards.
Well, they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
At the 25-yard line.
Here's Goff.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
With a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap for Goff.
St. Brown making the catch on the out route.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play.
4th down.
And that'll bring up 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line.
The Texans offense and their star running back Nick Chubb getting set to take over once more. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a two-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Stroud out of the gun here. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. They'll let this go deep for Collins. And this is dropped. Oh, my goodness. There was no one around him, but he took his eye off it, and it falls incomplete.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on fourth. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. Now gone. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Goff now to throw. Over the middle and taken in by Laporta. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. Gibbs will try and pick it up. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's good for a Lions first down.
I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them. This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Lions tack on another score as they have dominated this 4th quarter. So it's a high 5 for that one. His 5th rushing touchdown of the game as he draws ever nearer to potentially making a run at an NFL record. Extra point attempt here still to come. And that one makes this a 19-point game.
Makes the score
The drive summary that time, 5
Texans
plays.
30.
And it was all capped off by a touchdown run from Jahmyr Gibbs.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The visitors' offense and their wide receiver getting set for this next possession. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early, and it has paid giant rewards to this stage of the game.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it, sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Stroud. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
They'll fake the jet sweep, and now Stroud to throw off play action.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
That's going to be caught by Kirk. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 35-yard line.
Now a 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Stroud to throw it. This one left side caught by Collins.
That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 18-yard line.
2nd down and 3. Again, it's Stroud.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him, and after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Again, he'll drop to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
The The Texans going to signal for their third and final timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
With the score where it is, this was probably going to be 4-down territory if they didn't convert there. But what a nice job of working his way open, making sure he secured the catch, and setting up first and goal.
Here's Stroud.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Christian Kirk, his second touchdown of the night.
And the Texans are able to cut into that deficit.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
it doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
37.
So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this will be covered up by the Lions, and that might just about seal the deal. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Goff with a kneel down here, and that should put a conclusion to this one.
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Lions as we say so long from Ford Field.